Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So friends, in this video we will have our discussion on a very important transit which right now as per the governing international politics, global dynamics becomes very important. So here I am talking about the transit of the planet Mars, which on January 15th will happen when Mars will enter the Capricorn sign and it is going to get exalted over there. So just because friends, Mars is in a combust state as well, which actually could be looked at as a wounded soldier who has a lot of energy, clear, defined goals, but at the same time some jilted emotions as well. Mars in this transit is going to be, for most of the time, major portion of the time, is going to be conjunct with other planets, like it is going to be conjunct with planet Sun, like till Feb 14th. It is going to be briefly conjunct with Mercury, with Venus. So then that means there is a lot of support which is going to this transit of the planet Mars. Obviously friends, we will have our discussion customized to all the rising signs, but one thing is for sure, that now the kind of journey of the planet of war, Mars, will start with its first step in the Capricorn. It is going to start a whole together new theme, because in Capricorn it is exalted. Once it will enter the Aquarius sign, it is going to get conjunct with Rahu over there. When after that it will enter the sign of the Pisces, it is going to get planet Saturn over there. And again friends, you have to look at it in this way, that Rahu is very secure, very settled in its own territory of the Sadbisha. Saturn is also going to be settled, secured in its own territory of the of the Pisces zodiac sign. But it's the planet Mars only which is waging war, which is only talking and understanding the language of the war. Like it has been doing the rounds in the all the news, major news channel, like after Venezuela, is it going to be Greenland, it is going to be Mexico. So I mean to say, there is a lot which is happening in the world, and Mars with its transit is giving us a kind of a premonition of that. It is giving us a sneak peek of that. Now friends, talking about our individual life, how it is going to be influencing us. So obviously friends, Mars is a planet of courage, and with this current support which it is getting from other planets as well, a kind of a reinforcement. So I'm very much sure that many ascendant during this phase of the planet Mars will make it very good, because Mars, when it is in the Capricorn, as per the original Kalpurush Kundli, it has got that strength of being posited in the right direction, in the right house, in the right placement. Mars also has got additional aspect as well, like its fourth aspect, which is generally seen as a protector aspect. It is going to be falling in the Aries sign. Mars has got a rulership over the Aries. So in your career, in your profession, you're planning, you're contemplating some major initiatives, major changes, life will support you. Mars will give its straight aspect to the Cancer sign, which is going to be very good for people who are in the public domain, anything to do with the aviation, or this could be the travels, this could be real estate. It is going to be very supportive over there. And the eighth aspect of the planet Mars will look at the Leo sign. So over here, there is going to be slight sort of frustration for the rules, for the authority, for the power. So this is what the overall dynamics, overall picture of this transit of the planet Mars. Again friends, I would say that this is not a kind of a state of affliction. The chapter of affliction, like the stage when the confidence become like audacity, that will start when Mars will enter the Aquarius in the influence of the Rahu, or in the Pisces in the influence of Saturn. But right now, for sure, your confidence, your determination, your willpower is going to be at its peak. And yes friends, now after that we will start our discussion. When we talk about the remedies, I would say friends, nothing better than like recitation of the Hanuman Chalisa. Hanuman Chalisa in itself is very potent, it's very powerful. That is one chant which encompasses, which covers every area, every attributes of the life. Any affliction, any concern of grief, depression, any problem of like lawsuit problem, you get the protection, you get the defense because of recitation of the Hanuman Chalisa. So okay friends, now we will briefly look at that based on your rising sign, how it is going to be influencing you. So for the Aries Lagna natives, so friends, in your case, Mars becomes your ascendant lord, and Mars getting strengthened, getting exalted in the 10th house, there couldn't be a better sign than this. In your career front, you can expect a major turnaround. Anything connected with the government, anything connected with the promotion or elevation, or you're planning to launch or release something during this time, stars will support you. Along with that, friends, from over here, Mars give its like fourth aspect to your first house. So again, with the fourth aspect, you will see the element of protection coming in from the planet Mars. So just because it's not like that you are only aligned or only focused towards your career endeavors regarding your public image for the attainment of status, but this entry of the planet Mars is safeguarding your interest as well. It is protecting you as well. So overall, friends, whether we talk about anything to do with the land, property, real estate related matters, you are connected with politics, the promotion related concerns which I have already talked about. So in major avenues, it is going to be a supportive sign. The only concern is that, friends, because Mars is going to be combust, so just don't act with that place of bad history in the past, like someone like did something wrong to you and now you are hard bent on settling down the score. So that kind of mindset with this current transit of the planet Mars and the future transit doesn't seem like a productive approach. So I will warn you against unnecessary picking fights or acting out of vengeance. I will recommend refraining from that mindset. The slight concern is that Mars is going to be giving its 8th aspect to your 5th house, and it is already in the excess of the Rahu and Ketu. So I mean to say, for certain people there might be stomach related concern. Those who are like, especially for the females who are planning to conceive a child or your delivery is scheduled during this time only, over there might be a slight concern because the 5th lord, placement of Ketu over there, aspect of the planet Mars is actually making a slight vulnerability in the matters of the 5th house. Whether you are a student, you are an athlete, in the romantic matters, there is kind of a matter of concern, doubts, conflicts, argument, incompatibility. So over there you have to be cautious, you have to be careful. But in major avenues of your life, this is a very auspicious transit. Because friends, what is happening for the Aries Lagna with your 10th lord, 11th lord's placement right now in the 12th house, I'm sure for Aries Lagna, they are right now exploring many new avenues in their career. Your career must be going through major transformation. So with this entry of your ascendant lord in the 10th house, it will definitely give you a boost, visibility, clarity for what you are seeking, because what you are seeking is seeking you as well. So with this note, I will summarize this this analysis for the Aries Lagna. Now friends, when we talk about the Taurus Lagna natives, so friends, for the Taurus Lagna natives, Mars becomes your 7th lord, your 12th lord, and Mars is going to be now entering in your 9th house. So again friends, this is going to be the time when your stars are going to be very supportive. Luck will support you in majority of the endeavors, and you will have this mindset that I will rewrite my own fate, my own destiny. I will work hard and I will create that difference. I will create that miracle. So that mindset will actually reward you big time for the Taurus Lagna, because even the house where Mars is transiting, the dispositor is also placed in the 11th house. So sometimes what happens is that luck would have worked in your favor. People would have come to help you. It's just like that you did not take the chance. And also friends, see, there are like certain alignments where we say that it's not only the benefic side of Mars getting empowered, but also it's also a saving grace that finally Mars is leaving the 8th house. Because when Mars was there in your 8th house, I'm sure in the matters of the partnership with the whether in the business partnership, whether with your spouse, with your husband, with your wife, it was not a very kind of a supportive energy. I'm sure many people would have gotten into conflict with their partner. So at least those problems will go away. And whether you are a student or like you are doing your MBA, your PhD, any concerns of visa, immigration, international travels, in majority of these areas, stars will be very supportive. I would say that during this time, your partner will also do very good in his or her profession as well. So a good news for the whole household or family can be expected with this transit. Because friends, like I couldn't say like planets are perfectly aligned, because Saturn is a Yogakaraka planet. It is already there in the 11th house of the wish fulfillment. Rahu in the 10th house also is considered as very good. And with this entry of Mars in that exalted state will actually boost your prospects. It will boost your luck. So friends, and from over here, Mars is going to be giving its fourth protective aspect to your 12th house. It will actually safeguard your interest, and especially people who are like anything to do with the foreign land, visa, immigration, or this could be like you are in that scenario where there is a lot of the hostility, lot of the competition, hidden enemies, so they will not be able to harm you. Like rather, this entry of the planet Mars can expose your hidden enemies as well. The straight aspect of the planet Mars will influence the matters of the third house, which is considered as very good. It will actually empower you to take initiative, will actually add that thrust which you need to initiate projects. The eighth aspect of the planet Mars is slightly sensitive, friends, because Ketu is already there in the fourth house, and now Mars will also start aspecting this house. So all what I can say, friends, see, in certain cases you have to understand that if there is a lot of the hostility building up in the domestic life, which is not for your peace, which is not for your emotional mental health, so sometimes, you know, parting ways is the last option, because unless and until you don't want to get affected by the toxicity and the negativity surrounding you. And this is what I can say in this kind of combination. So yes, the place where you live, there's a lot of hostility, suffocation, toxicity I'm seeing. It is a good energy for those people who are trying to sell off their property. You already have listed your property, it's a good sign. But let's say, for example, if in the house, in the family, there's a lot of hostility, inner emotional mental anguish you're dealing with, this will aggravate it. So just be very mindful, just be very careful. Now friends, when we talk about the Gemini Lagna natives, so friends, for the Gemini Lagna natives, see, friends, if I will just go by the house ownership and the rulership, Mars is not a good planet for you, for sure. So don't expect me to only say good things. It will come, this transit will happen with its own set of pros and cons. So when we talk about the pros, so obviously friends, anything to do with the occult, research, side income, passive income, it is going to be a very supportive time for all of that. You might have sudden interest in the investigative work or anything which is very investigative in nature for certain people, because Mars is going to be making that sort of Viprit Raj Yoga as well. So like the 6th Lord is getting exalted in the 8th house. So sudden turnaround of the things at your workplace. Like you are already feeling or finding yourself in a very kind of a chaotic kind of situation, like at work you are being entangled into any dispute, any controversial situation. So the solution will come in a very sudden kind of way, like suddenly being rescued from a very like tumultuous kind of situation. So those are going to be the pros of this transit. Now when we talk about the cons, so friends, during this time, just be very mindful of your health. Like especially if you're running some sensitive dasha which is making you injury prone, or which is making you get into any conflict with your friends, with your co-workers, or with your within your friend circle. So just be very mindful, friends, because Mars is kind of combust, and during this time your ascendant lord is also going to be a part of it for a brief period of time. And the concern with the 8th house is that all the planets from over here, they give it straight aspect to the 2nd house, which is the house of our speech, which is the house of our family dynamics and all. So just don't be very harsh, very rude, very impulsive while dealing with people. And yes friends, that's all what I can say for the Gemini Lagna. So the takeaway for the Gemini people is that it is good for your interest in occult, for very like fearless kind of deeds. It is supportive for research, occult, but at the same time it can make you injury prone or kind of conflict prone, you know, where suddenly there is a vibe around you that okay, this person is very difficult to work with, this person is very difficult to deal with. So don't walk around with that vibe that automatically other people start like, you know, repelling you. So just be very mindful over there. Friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its 4th aspect to your 11th house. So that pull will come deep from inside for pushing your agenda, achieving things. This could be through force as well, or with planet like Mars, Saturn. See, there is a kind of a degree and sense of entitlement they have. Like the way, for example, sometimes Donald Trump say, oh, Greenland is ours. Canada is our 51st state. It is ours. Russia says, oh, Ukraine is ours. So that kind of mindset. So like, where, because planet like Mars, there is that sort of entitlement, that power. And so, yeah, but it is good in your case. For the attainment of the goals, this will actually give you that sort of drive which will come. Its straight aspect to your second house can actually make your speech very harsh, very rude, very aggressive. Be very mindful over there. And its eighth aspect is also slightly sensitive, friends, because it is going to be influencing the matters of your third house. Ketu is already transiting over there. So any bad behavior, tantrums, outburst can actually sever the terms with the friends and all, or with the younger siblings as well, like some sort of lasting wound. So be very mindful with your aggression, with your tantrums and all. That's all what I can say for the Gemini. Now friends, when we talk about the Cancer Lagna natives, so friends, for the Cancer Lagna, Mars becomes your Karak planet, and there couldn't be a better transit than this. Like the 10th lord and the 5th lord getting exalted in the 7th house. That in itself means that in your business front, expect some major turnaround, some big opportunities for those people who are in the line for any promotion or like advancement in the career. This could be the time for that. I would say for people who are in business, or you are in the public sphere, you are in politics, you are a student, you have to write any competitive exam and all. So it is overall a very, very supportive time. See friends, whatever battles you were dealing with, you were engaged in, when all these planets were concentrated in your 6th house, now once Mars will enter in your 7th house, it will be followed by Sun, Mercury, Venus. So then that means this is the time for you to announce your arrival, that hey, this is who I am, this is what I deserve, accept me, or accept my dominance or my power, my qualities, my features. That is what I'm trying to say. So overall friends, it's a very good time, whether like any interview, any job appointment, any presentation, any important decision you have to take connected to your career, stars are very supportive. And friends, in your case, because Mars has got a rulership over your 5th house as well, and in a way Mars has got a very strong say, not only in the physical prowess or physical courage, but also in the logical problem solving qualities as well. So looks like you will be in the right frame of mind to take right decision. This could be connected to your public image, to the marriage, to business, to job, to career. Looks like you are in a right frame of mind to take a right decision. So overall, the way we say, right friends, like there are like certain transit which overall move the place of our life. It's not the right word. It's like which overall advances us in the life. Overall dynamics of the life improves, elevates. So it is that kind of transit. That is what I'm trying to say. And again friends, try to capitalize on this transit as much as it is possible, because Mars is your 10th lord, and after this all other transit of the planet Mars, like Mars in Aquarius with Rahu, Mars in Pisces with Saturn, are going to be very sensitive for you. So then that means these 40 days are very auspicious for you. Do not lose out on this opportunity. Don't procrastinate. Anything you have in the mind pertaining to your career, this is the time to act on it, because after that it is going to be shrouded or surrounded by controversy, mysteries, resistance, blockages. This is the time for you. Don't fly over to Venezuela and capture the president, but do whatever it is possible for you. Now friends, when we talk about the Leo, so for the Leo Lagna natives, in your case friends, Mars again becomes your Yokarak planet, and being the 9th lord, being the 4th lord, it is now going to be getting exalted in your 6th house. So this is actually the time of action for the planet Mars, for the Leo Lagna natives. So see friends, like see, whatever I'm telling over here, I'm customizing it, like with other planetary contribution, the global dynamics, the current prevailing standards. But if you will just go by the language of the classics, they have given a simple rule. Transit of Kuja, Mangal, Mars, 3rd, 6th, 11th, is good from the moon, in all of the rest of the houses it is going to be creating problem. So again, that is the only reason we don't go to the internet and just get the analysis. We get the customized guidance. This is what I'm trying to say, that this is going to be a very beneficial time for you. So again friends, in your job, for any competitive situation, winning over enemies, having a upper edge in any dispute, in any negotiation, stars are going to be favoring you. You are definitely going to have a leverage or a upper hand in any negotiation kind of situation. Friends, in your case, Mars becomes your 9th lord and the 4th lord as well. So then that means you are a realtor. It's a supportive time. Any visa, immigration, you have H1B visa interview and all, stars are very supportive for you. Any court case hearing and all, stars are very supportive for you. And overall friends, like even because 6th house also has to do with the debt. You have to get any loan approved, stars will support you. Anything to do with the medical diagnosis, medical procedure, stars will support you. You have to get any loan approved and all, stars are supportive. So this is how the energy of the planet Mars is going to be working out in your favor. So and friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its like 4th aspect to your like 9th house, so which is generally considered as very good. It will actually reinforce the prospects of your luck. We say this thing that this is the basic thumb rule or principle of the astrology, that whenever a planet looks back, aspect back its own house, it protects the signification of that. So then that means your luck is being very well supported. And Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your like 12th house. It is definitely going to be exposing your enemies, all the hidden enemies, we can say this thing. And with its 8th aspect, it is going to be looking at your ascendant. So friends, that is a slight matter of concern, because as you can see that Ketu is already transiting over there in your 1st house, and over and above that, now Mars will also look at it with its 8th aspect, which has got a lot of aggression, ruthlessness, energy attached to it. So then that means health needs to be monitored, or I would say that if you are in a line of work, you live in a place where you could be injury prone, so just guard yourself. That becomes very important. And again friends, I'm sure that the way planets are getting aligned, the hand of destiny will play a very significant role. So don't be in this mindset. I've seen, like, you know, I still remember, I will never ever forget that scene from Troy. There was this movie Troy of Brad Pitt. In one of the scene where the Brad Pitt's that guy Hector, his young was supposed to fight with his opponent, and he was saying this thing that, okay brother, if something will happen, take care of my wife, take care of the father. He says, no, just focus on your sword and his sword. So that is what I'm trying to tell you, that don't get into that in a mental head space. I have done wrong, this person has done wrong, the fight could have been avoided, I could have done better this way. No, because when Ketu Rahu axis is influencing in your 1st house, 7th house, most of the things in your life are being governed by fate or destiny, where you are helpless. So rather than getting into that space and losing out or emerging or being seen as weak, much better give it your best fight. That's all what I can say. Now friends, when we talk about the Virgo Lagna natives, so friends, in your case, Mars has got a rulership over your 3rd house and the 8th house, and it is going to be transiting in your 5th house. Then that means, because of the house ownership, it's not a good planet, but it is in its strongest dignity. Then that means it is going to have some mixed results. So when I talk about the positive side of this transit, so it is very good for taking some substantial decision in your career, in your life. You have been planning to initiate things. This time your mind will be very efficient. You will have that logical problem solving skills. If you're already an athlete, you are connected with the art, entertainment industry, it is going to be very supportive. Again friends, when we talk about Mars being in the Capricorn, it is very focused, it is very career oriented, and it is aligned with the life purpose. You won't see that Mars in the Capricorn to be misaligned or energy being misutilized. So this is how your mind is going to be working. Now friends, when we talk about the vulnerable side, so we know this thing that Mars, if it is not a good planet for you, it more than us, it harms the living signification of that house. So that means like during this time, if you're already a female and you're pregnant or your delivery is due, there might be some complication. Along with that, friends, anything to do with your relationship with your romantic partner, your relationship with the children, so over there might be some secrets which will be revealed, or some sort of very harsh confrontation which could happen. So slight possibility of that. Now friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its fourth aspect to your 8th house. So I'm very much sure that the Virgo Lagna natives, those who are connected with research, investigative work, it's a very supportive aspect. And in other times, see, this is a kind of a dignity of the planet Mars, where you are going to be consciously aware of the repercussion of your actions. Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 11th house, which can be seen as good because it will actually keep you very much aligned and focused towards your goals. But friends, the 8th aspect of the planet Mars is a sensitive time. It's a sensitive energy because Ketu is already transiting in your 12th house. Over and above that, Mars is going to be giving its 8th aspect to this Ketu. So again friends, this is a typical energy where your actions will create a lot of the hostility, or can actually gain you more hidden secretive enemies as well. So be very mindful of your consequences of your actions. Those in whose case you are going through any lawsuit and all, you have to be very careful. So yes friends, that's all what I can say for the Virgo Lagna natives. If you have to undertake any international travel during this time, initiate any international work related project you have to start, you are a part of it, like you are in the import export business, you are in the business of admission of the students in the foreign university. So be very mindful, be very careful in this kind of alignment, with your 12th house being very badly hemmed and bombarded by the energy of the malefic planets. Now friends, when we talk about the Libra Lagna natives, so friends, for the Libra Lagna natives, Mars has got a rulership over your 2nd house, over your 7th house, and now it is going to be getting exalted in your 4th house. So friends, when we talk about the role of the Mars, definitely Mars is a killer planet for you. But when we talk about the wealth potential, the relationship dynamics, Mars is going to have a very strong say over there. And the good part is that even when Mars is in the 4th house, it is still going to be giving its straight aspect to your 10th house, which is a supportive sign. So friends, when I talk about the benefic side, so in terms of the benefic side, like those who are connected with real estate, those who are connected with politics, anything to do with the public sphere and all, stars are going to be very supportive for you. Like even if you have to initiate the proceedings of buying a house, constructing a house, that can be considered with this strengthened state of Mars in your 4th house. Also friends, those who are like, because Mars is your 2nd lord as well, right? So if your income is connected with farming, with construction, building material, manpower management, arms, ammunition, weapons, if you work in this industry, it is going to be very supportive time for you. Now friends, when we talk about the vulnerability, so definitely this is not a very supportive energy for the well-being of the mother. So the living signification generally suffer when the planet is going to be such hot, combust, and kind of a ruthless kind of streak, being well supported by other planets. And again friends, like the way I have been saying this thing, this is still the beginning. The ruthlessness of the Mars will be experienced when Mars in its next transits will get conjunct with Rahu, will get conjunct with Saturn in the Aquarius and in the Pisces. But right now is the good time for you to capitalize on this wave, where you can actually stabilize yourself. Like I mean to say, you want to you have to take some important decision. Like this could be a case that you operate from a rental space, and you are thinking about getting property registered in your name, or buying some assets for your business to be more efficient, to be more productive. So this is a good time for that. Even buying those assets for your commercial needs and all, to be more efficient with your services, it's going to be a very supportive time for that. And friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its 4th aspect to the 7th house. It will protect or safeguard your interest, because Mars is going to be aspecting its own zodiac sign, Aries. So very supportive time. Like I would say that I'm not seeing in this alignment that you will lose out on any opportunity which will be coming your way. This could be for marriage, this could be for business. There's a high possibility that you will capitalize on it. You will manage it in a very efficient kind of way. Straight aspect of the Mars in your 10th house is a very, very supportive sign. The inner drive, inner motivation, support which you can gather from bosses, authority figures is at its peak. The 8th aspect of the planet Mars is very harsh, very ruthless right now, because Ketu is already transiting in the 11th house, and 8th aspect of the planet Mars is not considered as very good. So friends, your drive, your motivation level could actually, see, this is going to be the time when either people who align with your vision, with your life path, with your life purpose, they will stick together, and for other people they might automatically be drift away. So that is the kind of energy which is getting generated. And yes friends, I'm actually seeing a lot of drive, lot of motivation. So again, those who vibe with you on a same frequency, only those will stay. Otherwise other people will automatically be gone, and you don't have to get affected because of that, because Ketu is already working in your 11th house. Ketu is already active right now, cutting all those people, those habits which are coming in the way of you to be at your best. So much better those who are drifting away, let them go. And yes friends, anything connected with, like, if during this time you have to travel to your hometown, your native place, visit your ancestral god, get aligned, reconnect with your family, visit your ancestral home, so it's a very supportive kind of energy. Like, it gives you very strong footing, very strong foundation to your roots. Very supportive time for that. Now friends, when we talk about the Scorpio Lagna, so friends, for the Scorpio Lagna, Mars becomes your ascendant lord. This is one of the best transit of the planet Mars for you. Like, I would say Scorpions are very lucky that you are getting a very good start of the year. And again friends, you have to capitalize on this. You do not have any other option, because immediate after this, the other transit of the planet Mars are very ruthless, are very destabilizing. Mars getting conjunct with Rahu in the 4th house, it will actually create a lot of concerns. Mars getting conjunct with Saturn in the 5th house. So I mean to say, this is the time for you. These 40-45 days, do whatever is possible for your advantage, for your own advancement, for your own good. Again friends, when we talk about the ascendant lord, it's not like that we are just talking about one area of the life. Ascendant lord has the capacity to uplift all aspiration, all areas of our life. And also friends, because it is going to be influencing your 3rd house, so obviously you are in sales, media, marketing, commissioning work, freelance, entrepreneur, it's a very, very supportive time for you. Any of those projects and endeavors of yours which are witnessing very slow progress, very slow movement, so during this time you will see that the wheel will suddenly turn in your favor. So yes friends, there's a lot of courage, there's a lot of confidence, you are not lacking anything. So during this phase, you cannot blame some other entity that, okay, I was not able to function well because that was not supportive, or I did not have that support, because it's not like that. Mars is in its strongest dignity all by itself. It is being supported by Sun, it is briefly being supported by Mercury, by Venus. So you have all that which you need. All what is required is for you to have that faith in the higher powers and put your best foot forward. Now friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its 4th aspect to your 6th house, which in itself tells about that it will safeguard your interest from all those entities, those things which are not good for you. And also those who have to, like, get any loan or money approved from the market, stars are going to be very supportive for that as well. You have to write any competitive exam, you have to, like, deal with any of the hostility, you are like in a seniority role, and during this time only a lot of the pressurizing situation projects you are handling. So stars are somehow aligned in your favor. Friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 9th house, which is again a supportive sign for travels, any visa related work, anything to do with the admission to any foreign university, or like, you know, luck supporting you in any important work related travels. It's a supportive time. Friends, the only concern is that Mars is going to be giving its 8th, very ruthless, very harsh aspect to your 10th house, where Ketu is already transiting over there. So again friends, all what I can say for the Scorpio Lagna, see, you have to understand in whichever house Rahu Ketu transit, especially from the Ketu's point of view, Ketu has already started cutting those things which are not aligned for your life purpose. So if something happens suddenly, and let's say for example, people around you will try to give that thought to you, or impose that thought to you that because of you we lost that client, because of you this thing happened with the bosses. Friends, Rahu and Ketu are the planets of the destiny. Wherever Rahu and Ketu are transiting in your chart right now, whatever is happening in that axis, it is fated. You cannot blame yourself for that. So what I'm trying to say that whatever happens right now in your career sphere, in terms of losing or gaining, don't blame yourself for that. This is the time for you to as courageous, as assertive, as proactive as it is possible. If other people cannot handle your energy and they want to part ways or drift apart, go away, let them go, because you are blooming and you are working with your best interest, which is good for you. So yes friends, that's all what I can say for the Scorpions. Now friends, when we talk about the Sagittarius Lagna natives, so friends, in your case Mars is a very good planet for you. It is your 12th lord, it is your 5th lord, and now it is going to be getting exalted in your 2nd house. So I always say friends, if your income, your finances are connected with the Martian domain, you are a realtor, you are engaged in building material, construction material, or anything to do with the manpower management, weapons and all, you work in the military and all, it is going to be overall very supportive time. Again friends, when we talk about Mars in the Capricorn, is very much aligned with the life purpose, with your career endeavors, with your best interest. Wherever it is transiting right now, it doesn't have to be that Mars Capricorn with the 10th house is only good for the career. Even Mars Capricorn in the 5th, Mars Capricorn in the 3rd, in the 2nd, everything is good, aligned for the career. The thing is that the result will come pertaining to the matters of signification of that house, like it is 2nd house. So that means you know how to make use of your speech, how to use your speech, fill your speech with that energy, which will help you get advancement in your career, to be recognized. That is what I'm trying to say. And friends, see, the thing is, after this, the other transit of the planet Mars are very tumultuous, are very sensitive, because after this Mars is going to get conjunct with Rahu in the Aquarius, it is going to get conjunct with Saturn in the Pisces. All of that is very tumultuous, very whimsical, unpredictable. But right now energy is very strongly aligned in your favor. Then that means you are connected with stock market, trading, crypto, anything to do with the share market. It is going to be supportive time for that. Anything connected with the land, real estate, you work in the family business, it's very supportive time. So in terms of the finance and right use of the capital of your money, of your wealth portfolio, it is going to be a very supportive time. Now friends, just because Mars has got that rulership over the 12th house as well, so if you have any of the overseas interest, overseas income from over there as well, I'm seeing some supportive or good news which will come for your favor. Slight vulnerabilities of that, don't be very harsh or too aggressive in your speech, that other people are going to be very intimidated. So just be very mindful of the usage of your speech. Mars, when it gets supported by like Sun, Mercury, Venus, these planets in this transit in the 2nd house, so again our food habits somehow tend to remain very rajasic, like too much like cheesy food, hot, spicy food, drinking and all. So just be very mindful and be very balanced in all these areas. Now friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its 4th, its protective aspect to your 5th house, which is a very good sign, especially if you are an athlete. You have to write any competitive exam, any sporting, creative, artistic endeavors, it is going to be very supportive. From over here, Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 8th house, which is a slightly vulnerable time, especially if Moon is active in the dasha and the combination of the dashas are making you injury prone. So over there you have to be careful. And friends, Mars is going to be giving its 8th aspect to your 9th house. Now the 8th aspect of the planet Mars is not considered as very good, and Ketu is already transiting over there. So then that means friends, a lot of the harshness going in the matters of the 9th house, which in itself means that people around you will make you believe that, you know, being ritualistic does not pay any results, or this could also create a difference with your teachers, with the guru, with your inculcated values. Relationship with the father might also take a negative turn as well. So be very mindful over there, because Ketu is already cutting the attributes of your 9th house and with this 8th aspect of the planet Mars, so this energy is not perfectly aligned, very supportive. See, the thing is with Mars, we say that Mars is the guardian of the dharma. Mars is the protector of the dharma. So Mars is not a matter of concern right now. Concern is this combined dual impact of Ketu as well. So yes friends, don't rebel too much with the authority. Don't get into the bad books of your father. Like sometimes what happens is that you are trying to do something good, but it contradicts the values, principles or morals of your father, of your teacher, of your guru. So don't go against, no matter how good it sounds. That's all what I can say for the Dhanu Lagna natives. Now friends, when we talk about the Capricorn Lagna natives, so friends, for the Capricorn Lagna natives, Mars is not that kind of a bad planet for you, and now it is going to be transiting in your first house. It is going to be getting exalted. So yes friends, it's not only Mars individually, it's just like that the combination in which this transit is going to be taking place. Mars being well supported by the planet Sun, briefly by Mercury and Venus. So then that means lot of energy, lot of power, courage is going in the matters of your first house. So friends, there is going to be mixed kind of results. So when I talk about the good attributes of this transit, so the blessing is, first of all, that at least you can count your blessing that Mars is out of the 12th house. 12th house transit of the planet Mars is not considered as very supportive. So now the blessing is that if it has made you very expensive with your lifestyle choices or has given you hostility with people around you, now it is going to be much more in control, in command. Along with that friends, when we talk about for your attainment of position, promotion, wish fulfillment, some major lucrative mega opportunities, it is very supportive time. Whether you are a realtor, you are a politician, you are connected with the public domain and all, or you are like in the top management like CEO, the top management, top decision maker. Because see, that's what the concern is. Like if something goes wrong, people don't know about the accountants and the junior clerical people. They just know the head of the organization who gets all the blame. So let's say for example, if lately you have been getting all the blames for the miscalculation of your teams, so now it is going to be a time to come out clean, rather shine because of your talents, because of your capabilities, because 12th house transit somehow hide all those things. So now it is going to be your time to emerge as a winner, as a warrior, rise, shine, elevation in your status and all. So all that is going to be a theme for you. I already mentioned, whether you are connected to politics or real estate, construction or something, it is a very supportive time. You are planning to launch something, release something, you are the face of any brand, it is very supportive. Friends, when we talk about the cons of this transit, so I would say friends, Mars, its transit from the first house can make us slightly injury prone as well. So be very mindful. If you are also in the dasha of the sun, of the moon, of any combination of Saturn, Ketu, Saturn, Mars, and all, so then you have to be slightly careful if you are actually going through a dasha which is making you injury prone. Apart from that friends, from over here Mars is going to be giving its fourth aspect to your fourth house, which in itself is a very good sign. You are trying to like get rid of any property or sell off any property, or you have to initiate the proceedings of like the mortgage, buying your first house and all, or initiating a construction and all, revisiting your family home, realigning with your your Kul Devata, visit to your family home and all. It is very supportive for that. The straight aspect of the planet Mars is going to be influencing the matters of the 7th house. So again friends, just don't be too entitled and too much, because with this energy and dynamics of the planet Mars, it can actually make the whole power dynamics in the relationship very lopsided, where you are trying to take control of everything, which is somehow offending your partner. So just be very mindful over there. See, the thing is with Capricorn Lagna, the power is always very responsible, is in the good hands. There is no doubt to that, to the working efficiency of the Capricorn. But it's just like that when you are in a relationship, you have to take care of other person's feelings as well. So opposite to you, it's just the feeling with the energy of the Cancer. And friends, the 8th aspect of the planet Mars, again it is going to be looking at your 8th house. The concern is that 8th aspect of the planet Mars in any case is very harsh, is very ruthless, and Ketu is already transiting in your 8th house. So again friends, lot of churning can happen in your 8th house. Lot of secrets of yours can come out during this time, and the terms with the authority figure is going to get affected. So be very mindful. Whatever decision you are taking, take the important people, your bosses, people connected with the government, keep them in confidence. Like, don't rebel too much, because it will not work out very well, friends. No one can win from Ketu. Nothing in this whole world can win from Ketu, because Ketu is the force of the nature, and it is influencing the original Kalpurush Kundli of the government, of the authority people. So I mean to say, whatever you want to do, do that, but don't offend the government, don't offend the bosses. That's all what I can say. Because friends, this is a high time for you, because after this, the next few transit of the planet Mars are going to be very tumultuous, very unpredictable. Mars being conjunct with Rahu, Mars being conjunct with Saturn in the second and the third, those are going to be very uncontrolled energy, unpredictable energy. But right now, stars are somehow in your control, where you can maneuver it, give it the right direction. Friends, when we talk about the Aquarius Lagna natives, so friends, for the Aquarius Lagna, Mars is going to be, being your 10th lord, it is going to be getting exalted in the 12th house. So friends, again, if I were to say the role which Mars plays for you, Mars is a good planet for you. See, the thing is, for the Aquarius Lagna, the irony with the Aquarius Lagna native is that a part of their existence, they share it with the unknown. The planet which is capable of giving them wealth is not a very good planet for them. We all need wealth, right? Second house, 11th house, Jupiter, and anything, whatever you do for your career, 10th house, your efforts, third house is being ruled by another planet. See, Mars can still see Saturn as a good friend, because still Mars gets exalted in the Saturnian sign, but Saturn gets debilitated in the Mars sign, right? So I mean to say, Mars's entry in the 12th house is actually giving you that itch. Lot is happening behind you. You will get to know that a lot is happening behind you. So I would say that this is a kind of a transit where divine surrender is very important. Knowing the value of the divine timing is very important. Knowing this thing that even with you, whether you know this or you don't know this, there are like higher powers which are already at work for your best interest. You might be in a dimension where you can just see it straight or from the past, but the energies and the astral entities work on a dimension where they can see every attribute of it. So I mean to say, having that mindset of surrender becomes very important during this time. If you have any interest which is connected with the foreign land, overseas interest, foreign settlement, visa, immigration related concerns, anything connected with meditation centers, charity, NGOs, retreat, it is going to be definitely very supportive time. But again friends, when Mars goes in this kind of alignment, and all of your chart is aligned something like this, where 7th lord is also being a part of this, Mercury, Venus are briefly going to be part of it. So I would again say friends, I will keep on coming back to the same point. Surrender is very important. You don't have to know everything every time. Just have faith, stick to your routine, do your prayers, be in that positive frame of mind, because whatever vibration is going on within you, that only creates the difference in the outside world. That only manifests. It's not our thoughts, it's our vibration which creates the difference. So that will become important friends. But for sure, if your career is aligned with the foreign land, overseas interest, import export, this is going to be a very beneficial transit. Now friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its 4th aspect to your 3rd house, which is a very good sign. You will be getting that drive, that motivation from the cosmos, from the unknown sources, from the astral entities. You want to initiate or implement something, like for long you have been planning to launch, release something, initiate any important projects. Stars are going to be very supportive for that. Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect friends to your 6th house. Again, for any competitive situation scenario, getting any loan approved, any medical procedure, it's a very supportive time. But the 8th aspect of the planet Mars is creating a lot of vulnerability friends, because Ketu is already there in your 7th house, and Mars's 8th aspect is considered as very harsh, very ruthless. So I mean to say, your dynamics, your behavior around with the partners, with your spouse has to be monitored. And again friends, I always say, whatsoever is happening in your life in the excess of the Rahu and Ketu, you don't have any free will over there. Rather than fighting with the divine, with your fate, much better surrender to it or be aligned with it. So God forbid, but even if any breakup happens and all, so be in this mindset, be in this frame of mind that it is for your good. And lastly friends, when we talk about the Pisces Lagna natives, so friends, in your case Mars is a good planet for you. It is your lord of the house of luck, fortune, and it is going to be getting exalted in your 11th house. So friends, a very good sign, a very good news that some major wish fulfillment can happen or life will advance. Like the overall dynamics of the life will improve during this time. You have any like important decision which needs to be made. This could be connected to your marriage, this could be connected to your business, any visa, immigration related matters and all. Stars are going to be perfectly aligned, very supportive. You will get the support of the omens, support from the friends, and the right set of important people will be there ready and willing to help you out. So regarding that, I would say that it is going to be one of the very best transit for you, because friends, after this the next few transit of the planet Mars are going to be very sensitive. Mars being conjunct with Rahu in your 12th house in the Aquarius, then it is going to get conjunct with Saturn, that too in the first house. All of that is a very tumultuous, contradictory energy. But right now, this is the best time for you. You have any of the projected plans, these are the next 40 days to implement them, execute them. If you will be procrastinating them or being in that laid back kind of mindset, you will regret later on. So this is the time for you for action. That's all what I can say. Friends, because in your case, Mars is your second lord as well. So it's a very good time, especially for the major financial portfolio, like improvement in your financial portfolio. You are in business, you have been pursuing a client or a vendor for or any important financial goals and plans you have, they will get executed during this time. And again friends, because second house, ninth house, generally when we talk about the auspicious celebration in the family, they generally happens because of the contribution of second house, fourth house, ninth house. 11th house has to be a part of that. Any wish fulfillment, 11th house has to be a part of that. So again, I will not be surprised if the whole family is coming together for a reason to celebrate and all. So that possibility is also going to be there. Friends, from over here, Mars is going to be giving its aspect to your second house. Again, a very good time. Like your vision is going to be very clear for your finances and you will take some right decision. Mars is going to be giving its straight aspect to your 5th house. So as much as it is good for a very logical problem solving mindset, but it can create difference with the living signification, with the children, with the spouse, or with the girlfriend, boyfriend and all. And friends, when we talk about the 8th aspect, so again friends, because the 8th aspect of the planet Mars is not considered as very good, it is considered as very ruthless, and over and above that, Ketu is already transiting over there. I always say that wherever Rahu and Ketu are transiting, so we do not have any free will over there. So Ketu is already cutting things in the matters of your 6th house, those habits, those people who are draining you out. And with this 8th aspect of the planet Mars, so let's say for example, if someone in your team is not performing well, it's not keeping up with the goals, with the targets, and even if you have to let go someone, don't regret on that. Don't like feel guilty about it, because see, it's like whatever Ketu is doing, Mars is only going to add more impetus, more force to it, and Ketu always works with your best of interest. That's all what I can say. So yes friends, in the matters of the conflict and competitiveness, there's going to be a lot of the coldness and ruthless energy which will come out in this transit of the planet Mars. So don't get like affected because of that. Focus on your goals, focus on your career, focus on your finances, because this is going to be the golden time to capitalize on it, because after that the next few transit of the planet Mars are going to be very sensitive. Then I will recommend you be in that defensive protective mode rather than in this expansion spree which this transit of the Mars in the Capricorn in the 11th house is asking you. So okay friends, for further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.